ready for air. It was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 20. Five. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Play action. It's McDonald. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got one.
McDonald. Flush to his right. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
McDonald sets to throw. And a throw for Pullman is intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Jacobs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On play action, now Carr. Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now a throw here to his running back. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They go play action with McDonald. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's McDonald to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Out of the gun, McDonald. He'll check this one down to Taylor. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is McDonald. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylen Granson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Raiders nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 9, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And some space here. Powers through it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there.
And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. McDonald sets to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, anytime you send your kicker out to try a long one, you got to figure that the defense, they're on guard for something like that.
Oh, I like the way that you're thinking, because that's exactly what defenses practice when they put their special teams out there. Long field goals, most of the time you're not trying as hard to block it as you are to prevent a fake. And in this situation, that didn't fool anyone.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him, man.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
McDonald. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. Touchdown! Kylen Granson, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think
and now here's another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips. He's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he's got room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Taylor. Bulldozes past him. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Anthony Averett picks it. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Carr going to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you. But for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Colts 42, Raiders 24.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll be taken down but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back to Taylor on first down. Room here to run. A big play there. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Escaping the pressure right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with one game remaining.